Greetings, upstanders. Dr. O here. And you remember all of the talk about Republicans and Trump about how Biden's student loan forgiveness program was socialism and communist and all of these other things, and how Republicans fought so hard to make sure that the student loan program got blocked. And I know some of y'all were fortunate enough to get the joint canceled. But and some of y'all were against Biden's plan because you thought it was, because you did agree with this thing, it was socialist, blah blah blah. You were comparing the student loans that students got now, which is in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for some people, or definitely compared to like student loans from like 30, 40, 50, 60 years ago, which don't even compare. And if I had to pay it, they got to pay it, and all of this other type of stuff. And people were saying that this is something that was going to take the country backwards. And some people wouldn't even vote for Biden because of this student loan program. And when people would throw things like Trump's ideas about Gaza and so on and so forth, they'd be like, yeah, these ideas about Trump are bad. But I'm talking about during the election before Trump Biden dropped out. So yeah, that's bad, but I don't like Biden's student loan program. But now, lo and behold, and this is particularly interesting for y'all out there who are, resting, not, doing much right now to fight. But one thing you have to notice is that your tax dollars are paying for the continued oppression in this country. Your tax dollars. I don't know if anyone will stop paying taxes, but the fact of the matter is that ICE is offering employees student loan repayment options. Student loan repayment options. That's what they're doing, right? Student loan repayment benefits for new recruits. Now with the billions and billions, now that ICE is the largest, now some say it goes back to like 2008 and so on and so forth, but they're using this now as a recruitment, as in addition to a put up to 50,000 signing a $50,000 signing bonus to join ICE. So $50,000 plus student loan repayment and forgiveness options, enhanced retirement benefits, to go out there and do exactly what you're seeing happening on the streets right now. To go out and watch people get pulled off the streets with unmarked cars, with masks, and all of that other type of stuff. And these are from the people who called student loan forgiveness and repayment in any way, shape, or form assistance from the government. They called it socialism. They called it welfare. They called it paying for kids who are sitting on their couches not doing anything, when we know that it was BS. And who are they targeting to do this? Primarily, they're targeting police departments. They are poaching police officers, which is pissing off some police chiefs as well. This is what is happening with your taxpayer dollars. Now, ICE has more funding than the FBI. They're going to use like 45 billion of that funding that they got. It was like over 75 billion with the B, something to that effect, to build more detention centers. Some of them probably going to be coming in your neighborhood as well. But this idea that they are going to be offering student loan forgiveness as part of their recruitment to join ICE is the ultimate, well, not the ultimate, because there's so much hypocritical that has been going on in this administration, but it's extremely hypocritical. And if you had issues with Biden's student loan forgiveness program, but take no issue with this in any way, shape, or form, then you just got to acknowledge your hypocrisy, acknowledge that you're going to ride with Trump no matter what he does. And so this type of idea, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. Every single, whether we're talking about Trump's new ballroom that's going to be happening in the White House, and I'm going to do a video on this later because it's just another sign that he's not planning to leave. That ballroom that he says is going to be built with his money and the money of others, that's either going to come from taxpayers' dollars, or it's going to be places like Qatar building a wing, an extension of building a ballroom on the White House lawn. So it's our tax dollars at work. Our tax dollars are funding these raids. Our tax dollars are funding these detention centers, and now our tax dollars are going to be used to help give these ICE agents who were out there, grabbing up mothers in the middle of the street and bashing people's car windows in and leaving kids out on the streets all by themselves. Our taxpayers are going to be funding them and making sure that they get student loan forgiveness, or get help with their loans getting repaid, along with a $50,000 signing bonus. This is what they were given. This is America. Don't give me this ain't America talk, because this is exactly who we are right now. The question is, what are you going to do about it? Peace.